Hello everybody! Ghidoricon here, and I'm coming to you with a toy review. But today it's not going to be a figure review, like normal. Today it's another Kamen Rider review, and it's a roleplay item. Today we have the Dragvisor from Kamen Rider Ryuki. This is the device he uses to summon all of his weapons, strike, vent, and his sword and all that jazz. And it's seen throughout the show, and throughout Dragon Knight and whatever, because Dragon Knight's just Ryuki. Start off with colour scheme and detail. This is really well detailed. Got all these little bumps and got all these ridges that look like proper circuitry or something. And up here you got nice shiny red, little jewel there. All the silver there. Got dragon teeth there, and the face itself is very nice. Got shiny reds. The eyes are, as all riders should be, they've got segmented. They're all it's like sort of segmented eyes, like bug eyes, which looks pretty cool. And you got all the ridges here, and it just looks fantastic. So the design and the colour scheme is really good and very show accurate. Now then, to demonstrate how this works, there's an on-off switch at the back here. Yeah, and every time you'll turn this on and off, it makes that same sound, and the bead grows up, so just so you can see. And that'll happen every time you turn this on and off. If you see on the handle here, there's a this is the button to make all the sound effects when you insert cards and stuff. Or closing it, it will always make that sound. Now, and in this mode, you can activate all the cards. This set comes with 5. You get Dragvisor, Strike Vent, Sword Vent, Guard Vent, and of course, Final Vent. Now, I'm going to take one and just as a demonstration of how this works, I'll use Guard Vent. You take it like this, and you need to make sure that the barcode here with all the holes in goes in, because that's how this is how it reads what card you've inserted. Okay, now that I've inserted that in, what you do is slip it back, and it'll say whatever card you've just inserted. Because it reads which card it is through the holes and the barcode. Now if I press this, it will make the sound effect. And this will happen every time you activate it, whenever you insert a card. Now I'm going to show you how it looks when you're actually wearing. Now then, when you've got this on, you've got the strap at the back, and this is what you do to attach it to your wrist. There's a sponge layer on here so you don't rub, and you've of course got this handlebar, which if you're sort of older and not a child anymore, you will probably have to just hold it with 3 fingers and have your little finger on the outside, as I do, and with your thumb on the other side. Now then, let's really put this to some good use. Here we go, Sword Vent. just going to go through the rest of them in turn. Next one. That's Dragvisor. And last but not least, now this really is just a brilliant thing because you can get all of those sound effects, and basically that's what this toy is. It's a sound box. But unlike the other ones, say you know, like Zolder's gun and some of the other ones, they only, when you insert a card or anything, they don't do anything. I mean, even Wing Knight's saber, you just put in a card and it will make the same effect. This is the Ryuki toy, which actually has a sort of card reader ability, and it has over 50 sound effects, so you can get most of the rider kicks, punch, and whatever else weapon that they use. So this makes it a very versatile toy. I mean, you start off with 5, and that's pretty good. I mean, Decade's Henshin belt obviously did better with 10, and over 120 different sound effects, but you know, that's because it came about 5 or so years late, well, about 8 years later or so. But yeah, that's that. So what I'd say is, this is a brilliant toy. If you're a Ryuki fan, it's well worth picking up. I picked mine up for about £8.25 off eBay, which, I don't know, it's about $10. It was pretty cheap. It came new in its box as well. I've got all that. Don't really, can't be bothered to show that really. Basically, I'd say it's well worth picking up if you're a Ryuki fan. I'd say if you wanted to get the belt and everything, I'd say pick this one up first. The belt is good, but it's only does so much, because all you're doing is slotting a card deck into a belt buckle, and that's it. With this, you can actually use the cards and get sound effects, and actually feel like you're doing something. So yeah, I'd say if you were going to start collecting the Ryuki cards and stuff from Ryuki, I'd start with this, then start getting some of the figures and things to get the other cards. I probably won't be trying to get the rest of them. I might try picking up a few, and if I find a Ryuki belt cheap, I'll get it, but for the time being, this will probably be it. So yeah, highly recommendable, especially if you can find it at a cheap price. So that's this review.